Hello everyone, welcome back to an After Hours video, episode 5, I'm pretty sure we're on. Today we are doing an interview with one of my close friends and good relatives of mine, I guess you could say. A brother from another mother, the man that beat two men in a Walmart, surprisingly. Give it up for Josiah.
What's up, guys? So what happened was there was two dudes. One of them was following my mom. One's sitting outside in the car. And they was like, the dude was following my mom, and I told him to back off. He told me to meet him outside, so that's what I did. Which he already had beef with me a couple days ago, before the incident. And well, when I did that, I met him outside. The other dude said no legs at all. So I said, all right, bet. And then a dude jumped in the middle of it, so I just knocked one of them in the esophagus, and he fell. And then the other dude hit me in the rib cage twice. And then I swung back, because I gave him those 2 free shots.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. And then next thing you know, to be honest with you, I blacked out, swung, bashed head into the ground, and then the cops got called, and I ran.
Did you ever report the 2 victims or 2 criminals that hit you?
No, I didn't.
Because you can sue them for assault and earn a lot of money for it.
I could have.
You could have.
I didn't.
As long as you got a description of their face, pretty much, and what they drive.
I did.
So that's a good thing. So what did you learn from that experience, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, for one, don't black out anyone that you don't know.
Obviously, yeah, that's true.
They could beat your ass anytime. Second off, you can call the cops to earn money back. Third off, don't do it in a public place.
Yeah, don't, because people can record, and that is possible to be reported for the police.
Yes. And you get in trouble and go to
And
jail.
you do get in trouble and lose your jobs as well in some of your businesses if you do have a criminal record, everybody. Remember that. If you get a criminal record, it's harder to have a work life or a business at all. Just remember that. And this man owns how many businesses again?
3.
What are their names so people can know who to hire?
JJ, and all of them is called JJ. One's a slaughter business, one's a lawn care business, and one's a construction business.
All right, well, is there anything else you would like to talk about today, Josiah? All right, well, everybody, that is Josiah. I hope you enjoy his story. We're just going to keep talking about fights in general right now during this After Hours. If he would like to join, he can have his opinion into this video. But recently, as I said before, I am a amateur boxer. I haven't debuted yet, so I'm recreational, but we'll get on to that later down in life when I make my first debut match. I hope I win. Josiah, what you think? You think I'm going to win? Yeah, so my coach did have a dream. I'm already getting trained. My coach had a dream where I won my first belt with some random combination of moves, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, back to discussion of fighting. So recently, as I said before, my gym was actually integrating an MMA gym. I had my first jiu-jitsu role yesterday in over a year. Well, a year and 7 months, pretty much. And I got my ass whooped, but there's 2 people that really had a style I never seen before. One of them was a offensive grapple style. The other one was more technical with it, which is something I'm always doing. I'm always a technical person. I always have a plan. You can ask Josiah. I always have a plan for anybody. As long as you describe, I have prep time. That's all I need, you know. And due to my boxing training for the past 7 months, I got into my boxing stance rather than my jiu-jitsu stance. So I got my ass whooped. I did tap. Just remember, when you're in jiu-jitsu, tapping means, hey, stop the match. I'm done, and you get back up and roll again. And rolling is the other word for sparring, which is basically a one-on-one match. But yeah, everybody. So I'm going to start doing more MMA later down the line. I still need to get shin guards for Muay Thai and stuff like that, kickboxing. Hopefully it goes well. Josiah, you got any thoughts on that?
I would say that I hope it goes well too, but I'm a boxer too. I got trained by my dad before he passed. I've already been in 6 MMA fights. I've been in college fights, UFC fights before, street fights. So if any of y'all want to get trained, hit him up and then hit me up. He'll hit me up and let me know who, and go from there.
So yeah, everybody. So the thing about street fighting is it's not practical, really. It's more of I'm going to fuck somebody up rather than I'm going to defend myself and fuck somebody up at the same time. See, the thing about street fights, it's very easy to predict what the person is going to throw. Usually it's an overhand sometimes. Other times it could be a cheap nut shot. I don't fucking know, all right? Don't quote me on this stuff, but if you can analyze street fights like I do, yes, most of the time the common thrown hand is an overhand. Either your right or your left, depending on which hand they write with, ladies and gentlemen. But speaking of which, we had technical sparring, so that basically meant no power at all, just practicing our technique with it. And one of the problems I have currently is bobbing my head up instead of keeping my chin down, because actually you could see where I got hit because I didn't keep my chin down right here on my chin. It's a little bruise mark. It'll go away. Josiah, have you had any scars from the past, from previous battles or fights with anybody?
Yes, I have. I had a gunshot wound that got scarred up. When I was 12, it happened. So what happened was I was in the store and started driving home with mom, and then one of my neighbors got mad at me because I was riding my dirt bike through the trailer park, which is where my friends were, and then they pulled out with their car and then had an 9mm on their side, and I said, do something about it, because they were not a police officer, so I was like, do something about it, and then they pulled out the gun and shot me in the leg. So I got a scar on my leg from it, and then one time I was street fighting, and then this dude stabbed me in the arm, which is right over here on my right side.
Would you like to show it?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
And so what happened was, honestly, I got the knife out of my hand, out of my arm.
Which is not a good idea. Do not do that.
Do not do that. Do not do
lose
it.
a lot of blood. I studied the medical a little bit. So if you take out any sharp object out of your body, it allows the circulation in your blood to move out of that hole, which allows more blood loss and allows lose of conscious as well. So do not, I repeat, do not. This is a TSA. Take any sharp objects out of your body if they have been inserted into your body or stabbed, because due to the fact this is a TSA, medical experts have said this. Do not do that. Call an expert. Call 911. Call your mother if you have to. Remember, always disinfect your wounds after you get hurt. Remember, hydrogen peroxide first, then alcohol. It's gonna hurt like a bitch, but it tickles sometimes if you dealt with it like me. Because my scars I have are all over my body. I have bruise marks all over my body. Not scar tissue, bruise marks that stay on my body constantly. Due to the fact I get hit a lot and I roll a lot and all this. It is a tough experience. MMA is not fun, guys. It is not fun. It is hard work. It takes discipline, knowledge, studying, all that. Josiah can personally tell you himself, what was your experience from your first match compared to your last match previously?
First match was difficult because I never fought someone in that life. And in my last match, I'm used to it because I'm always swinging at people. They want to fight. Like yesterday, I was swinging at my mom's boyfriend because he hit me in the face.
Yeah, it's always important to defend yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Not just to fuck somebody up, but make sure you defend yourself, getting the right people to trust. And not only that, but if you're in an abusive relationship, please call the number. I don't know what it is, but call a number if you need to. File a restraining order. Do it the lawful way. But if you're feeling like you got some fucking anger issues, go do a martial art or a wrestling or do any combat sport or do running. It doesn't matter. Just be the best version of yourself, as I always say, ladies and gentlemen. I think that might be the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. Josiah, would you like to shout out anything at all before we go?
Shout out to his videos for Fortnite, and then shout out for me for my songs on YouTube. So he should post it on there like anytime soon.
What's the name of it, if you don't mind saying?
Kasendilla.
Would you like spelling that out? If you can remember.
Kasendilla.
Alright, well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. As always, I will be posting daily. I will try to post daily. But remember, keep an open mind out there. Stay hydrated. Stay safe. Don't be a stranger and do not cause danger. And as always, I am the King Chan _, as you may formerly know me as Sebastian. And this is
Josiah.
I hope you guys have a great day. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen.